First of all, we learn by mistakes. We didn't do this in our first 5 years and we are evolving. So we have one capability in our model called Stakeholder Relationship Management. And we do get the question, why don't you put partner relationship management, customer relationship management, supplier relationship management? The first is that's technically it means a missed opportunity to potentially deploy one solution that can meet all of those needs, because there's a lot of commonality. You know, we want contact history with all of our partners and our suppliers and our customers. But more importantly to us is the business learnings from making those mistakes in the early days. If you deploy them separately, you miss the opportunity to get a whole view of the stakeholder. It is quite common, and I'll use the universities for example, where an individual can be a volunteer, may have started as a student, ended up as a PhD student, then went to be a part-time lecturer, comes back as a volunteer, then becomes an alumni. You want that holistic view of them across their whole life as one stakeholder, and their role has changed, but you still want that holistic view throughout that life cycle. So that's that holistic view. But the biggest danger is not recognizing that one person is the same individual. And we were working with one organization which had separate systems for managing its suppliers and managing its customers. And they went chasing after a customer for a late payment, because that's all they could see was that the customer was 20 days late. And so they went after them, I forget the numbers, I'd say $100,000. And discovered 2 days later when they got a letter from them on the other side that this customer was also a supplier to them and they owed them $1 million. So they had just made an enemy of a customer who went, well, if you're going to do that, we're going to come back around and do that. Having one view of a holistic view of stakeholder, they knew that this person was both a supplier and a customer would have prevented that problem.